Looking back at your preliminary task, what do you feel you have learned in the progression from it to the full product?
In our preliminary task, we found two main good points from our camera work and two negative points from our camera work. The two good points were we used a good headspace, which we also maintained and carried through into our main film, and also a good rule of thirds, which we have some examples of this in our main film that carried through from our preliminary task. However, two of the negative points are we broke the 180-degree rule in our preliminary task, which we also did in our main film, but we kind of used credits, which hid it slightly, and also both were filmed on like a slight angle.
The reason they were filmed on a slight angle was because the tripod we used was poor, because the budget wasn't so big for the school, and that's not our problem, we couldn't help that. During our preliminary task, the conversation used was stagnant and it led nowhere, so it kind of made no sense. Whereas in our real product that we're making, the conversation was good and led with a story, and it really helped. Also, in our preliminary task, the other actor, which was Ryan, laughed at the end of it, which made it didn't look as serious. But in our real product, everyone maintains the proper emotions and it all looks fine and good. A good point about our filming was the lighting. In our preliminary task, the lighting was really good and it made stand out really well. But people say that in our real task, the lighting wasn't as good. But if we changed the lighting to really high brightness and everything, then it wouldn't have went with our coding conventions and it would look wrong for the film, because obviously we're doing a horror film. And if it was bright, it wouldn't be as scary and thrillery.
As well as that, we've had some good and bad points with the editing as well. There were a mixture of good and bad transitions. With the transitions, the one at 49 seconds was pretty poor, whereas the ones at 16 seconds and 7 seconds were particularly nice. However, we didn't use many transitions throughout our final piece because we used editing and we used credits as our way of going between shots, as we thought that looked much nicer and less amateur.